Not Too Little to Make a Difference by Layla Goldsmith, illustrated by Rania Hassan. I jump up from my chair and let out a squeal. I finally finished writing my story. That's great. Can I read it? Mama asks. You can read it when it's published. When school starts, I'm going to submit it to the junior journalist competition at Pawnee newspaper. Mama sighs. Sofia, I'm sorry, but you cannot start school yet. We haven't made enough money at the market to pay your full school fees. The heavy rains had destroyed many crops on the farm, but I always thought she would have enough to sell at the market. I stomped to my room and shoved the story under my mattress. On the first day of school, I go to the farm with Mama instead. When we get home, my best friend Khadija is waiting at my door. I missed you in class today, she says. I tell her about our poor harvest and how I can't return to school yet. Can we do anything to get you back to school sooner? Khadija asks. We're just children, I reply. What can we do? Mama is listening at the door. Everyone can make a difference, even kids, she says. The next day, Khadija brings me her class notes so I can keep up. While we are studying, we hear a fruit seller shouting outside, "Tamarind for sale, only 50 shillings. An idea pops into my head. I can start a tamarind juice stand. I'm sure I'll make enough money for my fees. Do you even know how to make tamarind juice? Khadija asks. I've been making juice with Mama since I was little, I say. I'll show you how. I empty my coin box to buy some tamarind from the fruit seller. I put the tamarind into a bowl of water and squish the pulp to turn it into a paste. Khadija says it looks gross. She watches as I make a bucket full of juice. Fresh tamarind juice we call out from our juice stand. At first, we don't sell many cups of juice. Just as we are about to give up, Khadija's brother Ali and his friends come by. They've been riding their donkeys in the sun all afternoon. They buy all the juice in the bucket. Khadija looks at the shiny coins and grins. This must be enough to pay your school fees. I don't think so, Ali says. You'll need much more. Ali snaps his fingers. If you help me feed Mbio this week, I'll split my winnings with you. Yes, we squeal. Ali's donkey, Mbio, is the fastest donkey on the whole island, so he's sure to win the annual donkey race. The next day, we fill Mbio's trough with food and water. Khadija accidentally steps into a pile of his dung. Ew, I don't want to do this anymore. She doesn't join me the next day or the day after that. I feel like giving up too, but when I imagine winning junior journalist, I keep going. On race day, Khadija and I show up early at the seafront. The whistle is blown and all the donkeys take off. Mbio takes the lead. As he nears the finish line, Khadija points to a cat walking towards the track. Mbio is scared of cats, she gasps. He'll lose the race if he sees it. We run towards the cat to shoo it away, but I trip on the coarse gravel and fall to the ground. I howl in pain. Behind me, I hear a roar of cheering. Mbio has crossed the finish line in first place. I cheered loudly, even though my knees hurt. A reporter snaps a photo of Ali and Mbio. I admire her camera and her official reporter ID, and I tell her I want to be a journalist like her someday. To be a good journalist, you have to write stories from your heart, she says. At home, Mama adds up the money and frowns. I'm afraid this is still not enough. I crumple my story into a ball and hurl it to the ground. I'm never going to go back to school or become junior journalist. Mama picks it up, smooths it out, and hands it back to me. God will never allow your hard work to go to waste. I continue to help Mama on the farm every day. Digging and weeding is hard work, but Mama's stories and singing keep me entertained. When I get home, I write. Just because I'm not back in school yet doesn't mean that I can't be a journalist. One day, Mama comes in and hands me a letter with my name on it. It's from Pawnee newspaper. They've paid off my fees and made me junior journalist. How did this all happen? Mama asks. I wrote them a letter telling them I should be junior journalist even if I wasn't in school, I say. And I wrote a new story from my heart. Mama looks at my story with tears in her eyes. You did it, she whispers. No, I reply. We did it together. And there's a note at the end of the book. For many children around the world, going to school is a privilege. It costs money to attend school, but not everyone can afford the fees. Sometimes children have to drop out of school to help their parents raise enough money to send them back. This means that they often miss many months of classes and they are isolated from their friends. Can you imagine not being able to attend school with everyone else? How would that make you feel? The end.